Have you ever thought about what would happen if the power went out for weeks, or if you walked into the grocery store and the shelves were completely empty? It sounds like a scene from a movie, but supply chain disruptions can happen faster than we think. In those moments, having a well-stocked pantry isn't just about convenience. It becomes your family's lifeline. This is where a smart food stockpile can make all the difference, giving you peace of mind instead of panic. So, where do you start? The foundation of any good food reserve is non-perishable staples. I'm talking about the basics. Things like rice, dried beans, pasta, and oats. These are calorie-dense and can last for years if you store them correctly. Canned goods are also your best friend. Think canned meats like chicken, tuna, or salmon for that essential protein. Canned fruits and vegetables are great too, giving you vital nutrients when fresh produce isn't available. And don't forget things like powdered milk, honey, salt, and cooking oil. These are the building blocks of countless meals. Now here is a crucial tip that so many people get wrong. Only store what you and your family will actually eat. It's tempting to just buy whatever's on sale, but there is absolutely no point in having 50 pounds of lentils if everyone in your house hates them. Your emergency food supply should be an extension of your regular pantry. If your family loves spaghetti, stock up on pasta and canned tomato sauce. If you eat oatmeal for breakfast, buy extra rolled oats. This ensures that during a stressful time, you'll have comforting, familiar meals to turn to. Comfort food is called comfort food for a reason. Let's talk numbers. How much food is enough? A good starting point is to aim for a minimum of a 3-month supply for every person in your household. That might sound like a lot, but you can build it up gradually. Each time you go grocery shopping, just add a few extra non-perishable items to your cart. An extra bag of rice here, a few cans of beans there. It adds up quickly without breaking the bank. Once you hit that 3-month goal, you can decide if you want to expand it to 6 months or even a year. The goal is self-reliance, so you can tailor it to your comfort level and storage space. Variety is also incredibly important. Eating the same thing day after day can lead to what's known as food fatigue. To avoid this, make sure you diversify your stockpile. Don't just buy one type of bean. Get black beans, kidney beans, and chickpeas. Instead of just rice, add some quinoa or pasta. Get different kinds of canned vegetables and fruits. Spices are a game changer too. A well-stocked spice rack can transform a bland meal into something delicious and satisfying. A little variety goes a long way in boosting morale when times are tough. One of the most important habits to get into is organization. As you bring new items into your stockpile, make sure you label everything clearly with the purchase date and the expiration date. Use a marker and make it big and bold. Then, practice the first-in, first-out rotation system. Store newer items at the back and move older items to the front. This way, you're constantly using and replacing your stock, ensuring nothing goes to waste or expires. An organized pantry is an effective pantry. You need to be able to find what you need when you need it, without digging through a chaotic mess. Finally, I want to be clear. This isn't about hoarding or being paranoid. This is about being prepared and building resilience. It's about taking responsibility for yourself and your family. When a crisis does hit, whether it's a natural disaster, a job loss, or a supply chain issue, the stores are the first place to see panic. Lines will be long, and shelves will empty out in hours. While others are scrambling, you can be at home, calm and secure, knowing you have what you need. That peace of mind is priceless. It's a practical step that empowers you to face uncertainty with confidence. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's absolutely crucial for anyone serious about prepping. But it's something a lot of people overlook. We're talking about food rotation. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You've spent a lot of time and money building up your food storage, stacking those cans and bags high. The job's done, right? Well, not exactly. Prepping isn't just about buying food and forgetting about it in a dark corner of your basement. That's not a pantry. That's a food museum. A proper prep is a living, breathing system, and the heart of that system, the part that keeps it alive and effective, is rotation. So what exactly do I mean by rotation? It's all based on a simple, brilliant principle: first in, first out, or FIFO. Think of it like a grocery store manager stocking shelves. They don't just shove the new milk cartons in front of the old ones. They put the new ones in the back, so customers grab the ones with the closest expiration date first. We need to do the exact same thing with our emergency supplies. The food you bought first is the food you should eat first. When you use up an older item from your pantry, you replace it with a new one that goes to the back of the line. This simple habit is what separates a well-managed, reliable food supply from a pile of potentially expired, wasted resources. It ensures that everything in your pantry stays as fresh as possible and that you're not throwing away your hard-earned money. Let's get practical. How do you implement a first-in, first-out system without it becoming a huge, complicated chore? The key is organization. First, you need to know what you have. I highly recommend keeping an inventory. This doesn't have to be some complex spreadsheet, though it can be if you're a data nerd like me. It could be a simple notebook, a whiteboard on the wall, or an app on your phone. List your items, their quantities, and their expiration dates. This log becomes your command center. It tells you at a glance what's getting old and what needs to be replaced. You can even take it a step further. Set reminders on your phone's calendar, maybe every 3 or 6 months, to do a full review of your storage. This is your dedicated time to check dates, tidy up, and update your inventory list. Now, let's talk about the physical setup. A disorganized pantry is the enemy of rotation. If you have to dig through mountains of cans just to find that one can of beans from 3 years ago, you're not going to do it. You need to make it easy for your future self. Group like items together. All your canned vegetables go in one section, all your canned fruits in another. Grains, pastas, sauces, give everything its own designated home. I've seen some really clever systems. People use can rotating racks that automatically dispense the oldest can from the bottom when you load a new one on top. You can also simply line things up on a shelf from front to back, with the oldest items at the front. When you bring new groceries home, take a few extra minutes to put the new items behind the existing ones. It's a small bit of effort that pays huge dividends. Think about the alternative for a moment. Imagine a real emergency happens. You're relying on your food storage to get your family through a tough time. You reach for a can of stew, pop it open, and it's bad. The seal is broken, it smells off, or it's just years past its best buy date. In a crisis, when nutrition and morale are more important than ever, the last thing you want is to discover that your lifeline is spoiled. That's the real risk of not rotating. Your preps are only as good as their condition when you need them. Prepping should bring you peace of mind, not a false sense of security. By making rotation a regular part of your routine, just like grocery shopping or meal planning, you ensure that your investment is protected and that your family will be well fed and safe when it counts. It transforms prepping from a one-time shopping spree into a sustainable, ongoing habit. Your future self, in both good times and bad, will definitely thank you for it. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this gave you some actionable tips to improve your own food storage systems. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our future videos. Stay prepared and stay safe.